Waduman kuma body a bony pabata nipa home, will be a dan and yonko. Yesu and Suan de Rasio, will be our when you do my what did you go out mine. Walk one and you could see enough for you, Queen Nature, and I would be an any Kosonija. Obrechi kukodu for eja womo nkunima ba agrana na wiri kwaba akasa no makasa french wo bie na no awobo ajo asana na ho febia wani bono so awira tete wo kwani ne bani na sene ne ba ejo no bi no anta bie eja womo anemi di asem asa chiri na no mpa no asem eja womo asoma bia ba wodoma nkoma oba ade ehye yense yenin sa woso eni je ni agrawom afe wunua bi wi ase asonimu eba sa wa yira kwan so akire ne kwampa no bi asem yo bi asmo oni pada sani awon manwe mu wo wi ase ha asam to nyonko na to be bia nkamfa ho menso ne tene be bia nka me pema ye den
to be honest, Ghana, a car was why you're doing it now. John, I'm going to be a chain. I don't pay you with the home. But now, what change about paying another down can go for others? Has been established. Banks are who do a good year. More customers are music. I go into the academy. I don't pay the home come more. Our king one, yeah, Roland Kojoche, but the GTP. Our king, Baba Yepin, so ally for the regulation of prices of cement. Trade Minister Diano, and it's a comprehensive yes, in Korea, Komono, and Dora. Now, what you and Ababe is in the brain. A selection of running mates for Dr. Elijah Mahamoud Bawumia. And to stay with us now, you know, but your contact to eight now, citizen at Todazia, Tanasia of Bay, Richard B. Okai, a member of the NDC, what also at Tanasi, Benjamin is here, ever joining us shortly, and chair and king. Thank you. Stay behind, and then let's have the big conversation together. Mini China, imagine.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, it is. That is a.
Zamanado.
Yeah, come. Aquamazo.
Yeah.
China to say.
Mr. Speaker, I pay my minchia we na minchia producer Richard and the production team. Na minchia Ghana for we Berna wote ya na washing. Na minchia mamunya Richard bisha na chakakra. China Boko. I mean, I had opportunity there. Called the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport. Okay. One international convention away in every year, but this year was held in China, Lanfang. A city, it is a new city that is being built for logistics and transport. And mid-say, and you saw what been 30, 50 years ahead. They will build a particular harbor that will facilitate logistics in the whole wide world and global trade.
Okay.
In fact, as some of the meeting in there, and say me to the former President Mahama or can be there's a Yamiya na Dumna Onya Kunya no so will try and build a city like that. So I was like, you see, some of these things sometimes Kofuka Mama yem pupu ne thrown away. It is good to interrogate it, think about it broadly. Let's see how best. So to me, how best we can do it as a country, because on Yamife the way we build things around, industrial area, now Kofurisi, a warden, they are building residential homes in industrial area. How there yes rather we are doing things as if we don't even think and plan. Miami Chrome Simpa. Equal Winneba, the old part of Winneba, the road network, or a fekeke. or the dem pepe. Now go to the new side of Winneba, baby or your new na what see them or it then could name a ane, it could name a boca. I mean, what is that?
No plan.
Here we are. Yes, you one agency called Town and Country Planning. So I feel that we need to really think ahead, and that's why we elect leaders to think and solve our issues, not to come and reiterate it to us. So there is a lot I saw that I felt, oh, I mean, you see, Yakichi, and on record, this is the first time this charter, or a UK charter, but since 1919, this is the first time the global president is an African and a Ghanaian.
Wow.
Ghanaian weighing as the international president of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, Chief Titi Usunote. And it made all of us proud. And strangely, or not strange, because at the Ghana of Day, we see our own at the top. The contingent all over the world, over 43 countries who were present in China, no, the Ghanaian delegation was the highest, followed by Hong Kong and then Malaysia. So, I mean, we put Ghana on the map in China. In fact, everywhere we went, everybody was talking about Ghana. We really put Ghana on the map. And I think that Ghana has a good name because Iboa, Kofu, they relate, and they most of the times what they relate more is our football players and all that. So the name is there. But how are we using the name as a leverage for our development? I think that is something that we need to look at.
We must think through. My member Richard actually, I remember now. But Richard, morning, I just saying.
Bacho, good morning. I don't know ye and pay hoye.
Party Moboko.
Nago pandom party and name dear Koso Ghana has say Nyama Moya Ding. Then so, and this is Poised for Victory 2024. Intino the party for a Yanesiam Kekano Honum. I'm person Mufanya Jumana and secure the victory. Now I'm elevated Ghana for because Ghana for science and Yama Bibri or Ghana say, as some of at all Ekano, may I met all in an I'm dreaming because China, Ukraine, they are competing with the rest of the world. They are not just competing among political parties in China. And you know, Ghana, Kebeshe, Nanka, Yina, yet made your mind to Yakuma so say we need to build the country for future generations. I be boying than say always ye be ye nyama be say ye na ye de secure some kind of attention by a political party. Then there's no future for the unborn or the future generations. We need to be focused. Say you develop on minor at all costs. China, when you go there, and you might be below China. Wow, who be you say is Ghana also exist? The day you call China now be land or Ghana as here. When you back say Ghana crowd, but who call other countries they also respect Ghana. What is left for Ghana to do? They say ye deal mind but to yakumaso. Not corruption near man ye for yakwemu. I mean, you have more opportunity to serve this nation now. We will make sure say we build your mind up to a certain level. Me na can say we need some time ago no. Na o minor dampen for no build your minor o makoma so. Nti omo ye proper arrangement. Gizel estate wager. Then the time I do hope piano. I'm happy say nti some time ago crampo na globalization no ensheda enye bebre no na ye mpanifo no wo adwempa bi say omo pese omo build your man no hwe kwan omo ye the Gizel estate na it's so amazing and tema ukota other places so what is changing now in this fourth republic no other president omo ba no we need to see that kind of pace development and are
we really looking for development as a people? And that's I mean, the one as because they say we are a politics or mine.
And American,
yeah,
or mine acquire politics. And it's a president, no. The predecessor, be bimpo say on twaso. Nanka and for mine and call the next level. Or per se, or no per se, you be nearby the president and didn't say we cry see on the say we started project now we be we are. You see, oh, project we cry and you started, yeah. project we cry and start enti I say ofili say one hwa na ye de insembo na kweden akwa no but or say who say you are not serving yourself, you are not serving political party, but you are serving a nation as a president. So and no be share omon be di animu na ebebo mo say we ye sector director and I say we ye ebia minister, sector minister. E da kunya no ma wa say on for mine no ento akoma so first than you think in the interest of political party. I don't know, I'm born mine. A lot of things has happened in the last 8 years or more. So we are Ghana near. You will not be proud of it. Say, me sure be to say Dr. Pakwesi Indum. Now we are very industrious man. Now Oshe kwa faso building the business could do ye. Now kwa ene Pakwesi Indum. Oshe no Ghana business mukra na. Just any BBA I say just because of politics. And you build all mine aquain, and you're non qua. The other ones, banks in Yama, you go ye, into Omino. Were we thinking about the Ghana in the banking industry in the next 20-30 years to come? And I say, we are just doing something, sabotage. I'm buying. We need to be apt and then be deliberate focus. Say we want to develop this nation to a certain level. That is the only way to help us. And yes, they are on mind. They are quite a bear for Frekobo. If a friend of Kobani or Guno, Uncle Zibia part we bar or baby na or no so called we bar. I mean, and fire baby. We need to be focused now, sir. Town and country planning for we call municipal assemblies for Omi and Kofobia and commit my boam on my way akoso. Nanso, Omo say corruption or top ho. And almost they are replicating it at the down. A basa Ghana MYing. The current president of Ghana is a touted lawyer and he's a renowned lawyer. He has been a former attorney general before. When currently follow cases I also court name Moons and Sema. Some of these things it doesn't even worth our attention. And I mean me banamity way now Omoka say and I see the case because I admit a certain evidence against Japan. These cases in particular, Nankasa, is this something that worth the attention of the media? Crambo? We need to think about doing things that will help to develop this country. But I mean, some one politics for no mark for some petty issues be now, and also seek the political attention now and do beer can wasem. Share say and Matthew Poku Prempe, Doctor. Yemboni din, except for MP for Frag by Amunyam Bonidin. And so, by a certain machination, you were not meet you. Say, you were so disappointed, say, a certain Ghana, a whole national daily graphical, no more so taking news, no more so airport. Without request for, confirmation.
My sadness is with the entire media fraternity. Sir Andra no me share DSC and I mean for me it's so embarrassing. Okay? Unless you'll be on a conscience. Now we name the warrior. Sir, you name the procedures I established in the party's constitution. Okay? Now you name say before such announcement grab out, the flag bearer ought to issue a statement or ought to make a statement. What you say? Na saa niyama ni nyina no NC. Na from Wednesday night around 5 p.m. going, you could see media outlets on flyers circulating with news. I was there and I started receiving calls. Yabona pudding. Me say, well, yabona pudding. I mean, me have me home. Oh dear, yeah. I mean, woman decided nipa mo free so bet me abo about me. Then you come to Thursday morning, you come to work like this. All newspapers are publishing, say Napo is now the running mate. Who read this story in the details, sir? They make the allusion, say, oh, Vice President Ako introduce Napo, and the Ama President Akufo-Addo. President Akufo-Addo has accepted, say, Wajiatum, and John National Council. Then, later that same day, you get the spokesperson for the flag bearers campaign speaking and telling you say the and then you have all the media houses in the national capital and across other regions plus state-owned media publishing said I didn't know I see that. I mean, I was so saddened. Now, a mommy rep what you say because of a kwan a yafa so a ye belittle ye ho ni nyina no ye sika yenje. I mean, if it is more about yenye obi agenda ni enkoji sika, my point is that ye nimguase, ye credibility, your integrity kakra no aka no. Okay, you see, the politician has managed to destroy our institutions. Police service, one more say no, asofo no has been infected. Okay, judiciary, it been infected. Media no so dey say akra do mo gunu kra. Enti we are near so mining ina no, as I see gunu ne hye bibia afofo.
And you are also in the same line with all of us. Say, on mine, no, I say, ya belittle the BBI politics. All the state institutions, the aka and kawase kamunso nanka they should put the government, the three main government arms of government, to check, I the media, no. Omonso now, omodo omoye funu edi omonim kan. Daily graphic. Say if obi abo. And running mate dia. So Daily Graphic, before you take this news, you can't even confirm from the office of the vice president, the current vice president, before you come and publish it. And it means that all other news or bano, they don't confirm. That is what it means. They just throw anything to Ghanaians to consume. Now I'm buying, and it shows also say about 12 years ago. That is what they have been doing. The media can deliberately feed false news into the system. Now, I mean, on mine, no, you small video on that. Now, I mean, Bibia echo in a bizarre way. Ye the way na be chichil Ghana dia. Now just on mine, ni Bibia ko, ni Bibia. We need to be very professional. Bibia ye juma bia the media, the judiciary, judiciary assembly. They say crowd a bon cra. The judicial arms of God, a bon crack. The Ghanaian we don't have any single trust in the judiciary. Say wakoto wasase, and now me no king. Now we 7 previous. Obu on ma we hear me. Now what it more remu. Now bonus can be assassinate media by force or pompo. Asan bako court no. Ya the head ya hemre. Near the no crana to baby. Now ya boy in favor. I mean, sa nyamano what they're making. A cost system nim. The kind of injustice are a apart from the political injustice, no, there are other injustices a cost system. I think on mine, no, you do baby say you do try and be professional. That is all.
Richard, best about should be Marima Ben Achina Memana Kwaba. Ben morning.
I mean, yeah.
Then pump to say,
I mean, I don't.
And then probably our position. As I had not in a hand wide door. You be fine.
Oh, be fine, yeah.
We can echo ye.
Echo ye, pa.
Very well. Mami joke a crown of pay. Now, only had your coach China, but
all the newspapers, they didn't cure their mischief. It's only the Republic. And you know who the Republic belongs to?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay. Then tell them, Ben.
Ben, I mean, too.
But that's a minute. The Edikai. Ye mine, Nen Kanko, Nina Chico, and no journalist also. Seriously, the development of this country depends on our media. The information you feed us, the education you give us, the entertainment you give us, and the bema of my akonanim ana akonachi. In recent times, me have had a lot of issues with the media because of the way they project certain unnecessary issues in the public domain. Oshe media, what share Napo not my choice. Bagbin blows 1 point something million. Prof Michael Kwe land grabbing. GJ face off. Godfrey Dame confronts Jakpa. CP agrees with Supreme Court. Which of these talks about the development of this country? Which of these? Oh, the headlines, no. Which of these? Ne. My status, I wrote something. Because of my background, right? I always want media to ask 4 critical questions. It used to be 3, but I've added 1. Every day, what is happening to poverty in Ghana? every day what is happening to inequality of all whatever kind, educational inequality, health inequality, income inequality, whatever form of inequality, what is happening to it in Ghana. And so about employment, whatever form of employment, gender mixed, youth employment, aged employment, young ones we are grooming to employ in future, skill-based employment, what is happening to it in Ghana? And suddenly, you were in the era of sustainability. You have environmental management and sustainable issues. What are happening, or what is happening to those things in Ghana? Every day, the media focuses on politicians. Every story the media brings to Ghana is our politics. So I was surprised. Maybe a question. I was surprised when last 2 days or last 3 days or so, Mr. Speaker, the media started talking about multidimensional poverty. When I heard media, multidimensional poverty, and Ashanti region has become a poor, and I'm saying, do they know when that particular report was published? That report was published in 2019, 2020. And that data was even picked somewhere around 2017. I think the AF1. Why are we discussing that? Yes, it's a critical issue. We need to discuss it. But that time, the media was silent on it. Never discussed it. Every day, print media, politics. Every blessed day, print media, politics. How do we develop when we concentrate on political issues every blessed day? And because the print media focuses on political issues, no, the traditional media, echo radio, so we are forced to discuss these same issues. And NDC and MPP. And we the neutrals, and as we are GCPP, because of the topic na edi ama say NDC MPP one o can be a NDC ni affiliate you, o can support you. O can we so affiliate you, o can support you. I think that we all of us need renaissance. We need some form of enlightenment in pushing for the development of this country. Kenya has shown the way because their media led the way. Meanwhile, on this issue of Napo being the running mate, our media nina publish it. It didn't even start from the print media. It started from an entity funded by state, right? Called National Security, National Investigation Bureau, BNI. I don't even know what they are investigating, right? But that's what they call themselves. Omone di kan say omaye report. Now report no, I think it's a cooked report. Not even think based on the evidence, it's a cooked report. But being a cooked report no, sa report no at me within citizen one report no. Report no omo conduct data no, omo di data collection no, survey no 12 to 14th. 12 to 14th no 15th na report na ready. Sa 15th na report na ready na no. 15th na no obi say ya leaky report ndi ama media. Ya leaky report ndi ama media no. NIB has not refuted say enyo mo na yes research no. NIB has not reprimanded obi bia or review leaky report no. Has not reprimanded though. Has not questioned anybody. If maybe they are doing it internally, we don't know. But for us to know, say, there's kind of credibility of that institution. Say, be a more report and leaky basabasano. At least the media must have been told that your report will leaky, you know, measures when you take. No one has mentioned anything whatsoever to us because it tells you the number of reporters elikia. Omoma emeka hwentreen. Now report to alikie awie last week report to likie all the newspapers, most of them, about 90% of them publish say report to say asumasi na yemfa de ne ma no. Eno anso ha last week when I heard, I called Maakye. Bra me say media and I say, oh, kokomlele see, oh, you see, we na diamano. And I mean, is the vice president in town? Is the president in town? And I'm going to the cracker and say, oh, maybe they forwarded or more introduced by mail. Bia Baumia etna, His Excellency, the Vice President etna Babio, because at that time he was in UK or whatever, our mobilizing funds. Maybe Honomono and or send email and they come my president say, President, when am hiano? Nti and a president so send email man the back. Because time Joe FM edits our report no by say, Yaina Pono, both gentlemen were not in Ghana. So how did they get the information? Media no we are quick. I understand you have something called sensational journalism, right? You can assume and maybe because you want facts. So to me, I can consider be now obi all facts and the facts na bro. But at the time I must seem the Pono, Mr. Speaker, who did the verification? Editor no. Was ukuta information no ready and I said first to publish, and I think sometimes that is what is happening in Ghana here. First to publish. I didn't buy ya or say oh you publish na yen kase ye breaking news. Into a breaking news. Minia. Na who breaking news no. What be so on say the vice president has a spokesperson. The party has a communication director. The campaign team has a spokesperson. Whom did you talk to? Why not in the Kasai? Answer na breaky so-called news no. Why na one in the Kasai? Only obia and kasa. But because of so person ye quick, na kase una breaky no. Nti wa breaky. However, you see, me have come to know journalists too well because of what I do. It could also be say a agenda to sink the name of this gentleman into the ears of people so that say ya money dia ya kasi yesisi no ano bin penasem. There were two reports. You see, when Joy came would say yesi a napo and a vice president na kochiano. The next day Asasi came said the president has blessed Napo. I don't know whether you saw the article. Yeah. Asasi came that the president has blessed Napo as the running mate of the party. So they push from all angles to make sure that this man is chosen as the running mate. But Minia, I didn't know yenya abutre Emma vice president no enchusu ni ba openo. Na yedi ni pe pushi edi akoto no so. You see, Napo may be fine gentleman in the eyes of others. He may be fine gentleman in terms of maybe personality. But in terms of job, Ajuma eye, I don't see Napo as a better running mate. Yes, MPP may not have choice because all the persons on the banner until maybe Lady Bia, unless Lady Bia is a professor or a friend is a tech. And I mean him niye. But Babi Yeduno, as of mine, we need Obia Oye very competent to hold that office. Because you are a potential president. And Bibia to me see, you are a potential president. And being a potential president, no, we hear Obia Sebi. A dream dokese to solve our numerous challenges. Hey? Nrana, Minia, Obi Kanibabi. And I may see Suha. President to be about 2025 no masa obebre abre. But the unfortunate thing is that these two leaders, Baumia and Mahama, I don't see them as solving our problems. I don't see me or more some bit must solve your problems. But in any case, na parties me in the Amayan. In the end, Bakuna be winning. But Bakuna be winning so here Obia at least Obitima complementing or Amo Motima solve at least 20% of our problem beginning 2025. So, Inti, Mr. Speaker, media for na me tumofo. Don't rush to publish. Yes, always try to verify. Verify we are. Now say yes, say you know. Back boy no the same. Boy any share say local government state guy. Miracle. Right? Say miracle verify say or no. No media no from miracle. Because even when I was reading all the articles, I was thinking that at least a person's name will be mentioned. Say source to need a deeper way, assume I see we, Mr. Speaker Nakai. But look at all the articles.
They are reporter at the Jubilee House.
Can
you imagine?
Presidential correspondent.
Who did that reporter? Who did that reporter speak to?
Yeah.
Presidential correspondent. Who did he speak to? We have to know. Why not any kasaye? But say, you see, sometimes some of these things.
Maakye is media no with air, right?
Oh yeah.
Some of these
Wednesday up until Andra, the media has air.
And yet Wednesday come from last 2 weeks nyamo air because Moana Modi NIB report he buy. That cook report Moana Modi buy.
No, but I don't know crowd. I can't fault them because I mean. NIB for the leaky report them out.
Oman leaky NIB didn't do anything because that report.
But they have not denied that. What more emblems don't be
You see,
you are reporting based on obi credibility.
Yeah.
Institution no ethical.
On country.
Now more institution. Do you even have an institution? NIB, do you have one?
Why do you believe that?
No, do you even have an NIB? You have people who go to port and harass people for not paying some taxes. But intelligent organization, I don't see NIB as an intelligent organization. I don't see it as an intelligent. For port revenue mobilization, they are doing well because operations. Fuel. And people are enriching themselves at NIB. That I know. But for it to be an investigative, very intelligent organization, I don't see it as such.
All right. That is from my
Until Medimeka says, you know,
new opinion.
Medimeka says in media no yesrem munya butre. Mamu fa pressure to vice president so. Ada pu pressure.
Yeah, the pressure to the so na omo na the pressure to omo.
Da bia nyomo na dey to omo ho. Say mo na mo send the adwuma na ekọ Ghana hanom no. Send the enim mo pa na mo so munim ye no. E bia obi akotena ba bi na wa hyehyɛ. Mesrem munya nhyehyɛ no. Na vice president na Antonio Boase na onyi nipa ordinary brain. Onyi nipa ordinary brain but meso mesre vice president 2025 is going to be very very serious. That regime, that 4-year regime 2025 2029 and 2028
yeah,
is going to be a very serious year for Ghana. And as of mine, you hear a good running mate obitima compliment. So owenia obitima ya juma mai. Man say. And these days, I also hear my brothers from Ashanti region. Ghana is Ghana. Let me conclude on that. So Ghana is Ghana. Ghana is not for a particular region. Yes, Romo. Send your pushy. The vice president must come from, running mate must come from Ashanti region. Running mate must. So Biaka say yes, Ashanti region has a larger population. Say Greater Accra also almost more equal population like Ashanti region. So say, vice president must come from Greater Accra. Bono region, Eka say vice president must come from Bono region, and Bono also has a large population because Omo Bono and Bono East. Ebinum Krasa wa Afukakra. Omo Kasa Nipana was so Bono Nia. How do we develop? Yeah, nya say the pressure to Nipana so no.
I know there's a Ashanti region for Neka. A party that take home decisions say a honor almost strong one to honor the year free.
You see, and that
it is the political party that has decided so. I mean, so will be year free. So it is not entirely the region for the president.
You see, one of the reasons why Nkrumah pushed for the United Party. Nkrumah pushed for United Party because Nkrumah believed that every political party must have a national representation. And someone should not say someone and say, I am a region. Like NDC will say, Volta is my region. Ashanti will say, then people say, Ashanti is my region.
But that is the danger.
Right?
Mr. Speaker, the reason why we can never have the kind of protests that can give us results in this country is the division that we've divided this country.
I said it was deliberate.
Yes.
Oh, but we shall have it very soon.
It's divide and rule.
You know,
You know, divide and rule. So we are divided among ethnic groups. We are divided along regional, divided along political. I mean, everything. It's even when I know something is wrong, I won't support it for us to condemn it because it is my political party. Why?
But we get there. You know the reason why the Kenyan demonstration occurred? You know, Ruto is not from any of the major tribes. He's not a Kikuyu and he's not a Luo. Right? Then Rala was from, I think Rala was Kikuyu.
He was,
Kikuyu. And Jomo
Kenyatta.
Uhuru Luo. And these are the major tribes there. And those days they used to vote on tribal lines. Until Ruto Bamwa Onube independent. Now, the major political parties are giving us people from the north. Let's see what happens after 2025.
Interesting. 19 after 8. Hi, Kessben 92.9. But that's we need Kwame Appiah Kubi. But quite surprising. I mean, her money be ACC, you know, in the New Patriotic Party. I mean, it leaves a lot of questions. But we'll come back to that substantively because the Honorable Appiah Kubi so Akasa, Asante Achim North. MP no Akasa. We'll come back as a major topic on that. We'll look at the pros and cons because Ben raised a very important issue. But before we even come, yen dealing with a year. The trade minister proposal say ene yen regulated cement prices ewo o my Ghana mu na yen hwe say I mean the prices no ebetimi aba form minority no asori tia sa proposal see say it will not happen because I mean enye fair enough say such an LI no ebetimi aba mami shase wo Richard so na mintie no Rich mami enti on this one.
I say there's going to be a legislative instrument, LI.
Yes.
Now they are control cement price or maimu. Now I believe say cement also is a commodity. Now a good it's for just like any other commodity, any other good and service. And him say and also omunina falls under the regulations, goods and service regulations. Actor Ghana Standard Authority for muna yes anya mani nyina na adentina ene the trade minister opese on isolate cement nkwana oman yon control cement price. Okay, cement is a strategic commodity. Of course, ntino the level at which cement price e kosoro no ye nyina ye nje ho because data be aba out na saying no na actual cement prices our minimum city na ohwe from 2009 up to now the kind of rate cement prices akosoro no is very alarming. Very alarming na anka trade minister no anka obetu anamon bi the control price na I think say he should have done a lot of consultation to get his fact check very well. Now who the right method that was on Fasuna on Fanshare. Usha cement price since 2009. Now cement price 8 Ghana cedis. Up to 2016, a double 16 Ghana cedis. Cement price from 2009 to 2016. Now offer from 2016 up to now Kasaya, cement is being sold around 105, which is over 600% increment. Is too alarming. The trade minister, you want to regulate a cement price. Those who are the manufacturers of the cement, you have not consulted them. There is no better consultations. Be akoso. Muntimi tna demu entimi planning said this is what as a sector minister I believe in. Say yemfa and regulate the price of cement. What are your challenges? What are the key determining of cement prices? Who produces cement is that? What are your struggle? What are the things you go through before we get the final product being the cement? The sector minister, you didn't do anything. Katie Amon. He only joke with everything. You didn't consult those people who are the manufacturers. Also, I was saying no. I don't know what double Ghana Standard Authority Price Regulation Act then. Now the Kwako control cement price.
You didn't consult those who are the manufacturers. And they are telling you that cement is a strategic commodity. It goes through a lot of process before it's being manufactured. Have you considered the kind of tax they pay on their imported raw material? The kind of electricity bill they pay in getting all these raw materials in producing cement, the kind of charges are port honum. Some of the Niamano bar. As a sector minister, you need to get close to them.
But I'm sure he must be aware of the challenges.
The director for all the cement manufacturers, Ebe can't say, he was interviewed by, I think, one of the media stations, City TV or City News. And I'll catch him say, no, he's the secretary to all the manufacturers. He's the secretary. But there hasn't been any consultation between Onone minister, no. Na nti ban say na minister no sorry ya odi ade no call parliament say parliament in juntum number an airline na mo sorry on control cement price na minister ya friend no KT Hammond okay say maybe buy na he also wanted to use the same strategy na nka obi o person import food products from outside Ghana biambra, you need to go and get a license from his ministry before you do that. And also it means that the man is not strategic and smart enough to lead that ministry. And what the pompous and pride and that ministry and buying cement price it goes through a system, a process, and suddenly produce. Until person control cement price, you need to consult the stakeholders. What stakeholder meeting has gone on? There hasn't been anything like that. And then the NDC is saying that they are not going to support any LI by Honorable KT Hammond. Say, I'm person from regulatory cement price. Now, many of you are doing. How many months more to an election? Barely 5 months to an election, 6 months to an election. And you are going to all the LI parliament control cement price. That better pass it. That better be emra. That better start implementing. In terms of mine, KT Hammond should be up in his game. He should do the necessary consultation. It is not something that is going to help this country because all the implementers are there in a harsh way. There are a lot of consequences. Beba omaimu. Ibine saying, say cement price say ya buying. That's all person control. One for the necessary measures and to honoma. That's also by force cement irrespective of the cost you incurred in producing the cement you have to sell the cement at 100 Ghana cedi. Say what is going to happen is that there is going to be inferior cement in the system. Inferior cement, the quality of the cement is going to be compromised because raw material and also from gum now cement reduce because a buy no share concert chinchi 1 ton adeno at 100 Ghana. One also share the cost and the inputter then also 1 ton 120 cedis. And this I say chinchini trying min ton 100 dia and yet and nyama was me from gum no also mintin nyama no so na mintin ton. Secondly, say o share na sa na so no so share na say conditions is too harsh for him. He is going to stop operation. When this manufacturer is a gasm and the number of workers they are having, Empire Cement, the number of workers they are having, Jata Cement, the number of workers they are having. Now say for soon that's all shut down operational. What is going to happen is unemployment. How many jobs have you created? KT Hammond and the MPP government, how many jobs have they created? And today they want to harshly control the price of cement in this country. And since when did they get to know say it was some control cement price? And the NDC is our position say if you want to by force control cement price, you need to consult the necessary stakeholders. Broader consultations must go on. After that, you can exhaust all other salient points. Na ma de na yetimi agya tum na ye na wontimi sori asem ye sector minister ntino me pese ye control cement price na o yes na so unemployment ba enye ahoche na beba o man mu because unemployment national security issues chronobo a ekoso o man mu nyina because of this bad government a ekoso na bad government we ekoso chronobo ekoso amanfo nya adwuma nye na se wo say ukwa implement cement price control na at the end of the day no manufacturers no catch say yempe you must do the necessary consultation we say the unemployment beba nti KT Hammond should know all these consequences of the decision of person won't take, and he should kindly withdraw. He should quickly withdraw because it is not going to work. Obianka say, if at a point in time the government want to control the price of a certain commodity, the government cannot do that. But you must do it in a well-planned way. Look at the way they implement the shambolic free senior high school. And they kind of untold parents. The same thing they are telling you that if you have a good policy and you want to implement it, do the necessary consultation and exhaust all the challenges. You can go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Cement price control, we can do that. But KT Hammond and the MPP government should do the necessary consultation and see where it's relevant.
But the question is that why not all commodities?
Until I mention say no, me can't say
because you have a price control regime. I mean, there are so many other commodities. I mean, producers they did your mope. One more year wholesale, ni retail, and one more turn the boa one mope. So why just focus on your friend is saying cement? Are we not in a free economy?
The agenda of this motive is to eliminate some of the manufacturers from the system. That is the main agenda. Say by eliminating some of the manufacturers from the system, because I think currently we have about 9 to 10 companies who produce cement. Ghana has see. Unim said before, now a gasem nkwana no produce cement.
Yeah.
And it do maybe not the level at which a gasem increases cement, no too much. And other competitors here then ebemu. Nekra was some other ones are Ghanaian own produce cement. Ama competition aba. Ama price no crampono. Tima control pricing in a certain way. And if at a point in time you want to control the price of cement, you need to also look at other strategic commodities. Ayanzo memu and na fuel price near control fuel price or memu. Na oko all fuel pumps are price near bako. Eba ne say na buy no fuel price and what the industry players are omo ankasa omo obia sell at in his own price, because there's a lot of things that goes on there. If you want to control cement price, equal consider the price of petrol, because an amount of team top petrol Ghana see petrol buy ding amount for pack cast the CFA. And to look at petrol, look at other strategic commodities, and then toss bo ubedu ay Tony say jene amount for team to unim say enra they na air trend bako. Amount for say the watermelon, they are going to use watermelon in place of tomato, because they cannot even afford to buy tomato. Uto tomato 10 cedi be me sama.
Now it's for mama.
And see, the government should rather think about the hardship Ghanaians are going through, rather than thinking about controlling the price of cement. Having barely 6 months to exit government, because your performance is not good. You are leaving power and you want to use 5 months to implement an ally to control cement price. Ghana has say by elimination taxes now we other manufacturers a free system now you said they are capable of doing. They use banking sector cleanup to eliminate a lot of banks. Ghana has say, and when you are looking at the banking industry, all those people who went to invest it, because there was a time and now banking sector is attractive. Banking and finance accounting, there's no future for them now because they are just sitting at home. Banking sector a good by elimination tax say banking sector cleanup. And Kosiaga, they should look at this one also, so that it doesn't bring any untold hardship on any Ghanaians.
But as a citizen, when I'm in chill on this one,
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Ghana in 2016, Otto Asase, no adwindo besidan. Now also cement no buyezin at 16 Ghana cedis. Inti abani bi ba wa promise de yeti sika do nti oba cement ne buboko fom fuel prices ne buboko fom ye exchange rate oboko fom nti mamun twa na ban yimbra ende exchange rate na no ye 4.2 and or about 16 Ghana cedis to $1. Fuel price na nke ebe nya no ebia 3.5 or 5.5 per liter no. And there it is about 14 Ghana cedis per liter. Cement price na no ye 16 Ghana cedis no. In the Indian, even 95 Ghana cedis are the way I'm say. That is the situation we find ourselves in. And you see, after almost 7 years in government, akatumna bro, manana sebinyansa ba, do ede ye bibi fa pricing ho. And our best solution is to introduce an airline. Sabi, senkambra ye wo hon ye dri ye dwuma na ye hwedoro ya. Konya mambu fun a yete hu bi. Embra, there are so many laws we ourselves are abusing, and even the government itself is flouting those laws. Probably in the minister's mind, it is probably good. One ministry no feel there or do ye BB strong. But you see, his pusher is not helping the economy. So Nima make action. You see, there are cartels in the economy. There are people who generally want certain things to go a certain way because they milk the state from it. So if you want to deal with that, your pusher is not what the minister is doing. Minister say cement one of my what on cement na the manufacturers na doing what's on to me yehu. Into production on the bottom why yehu. Into not the airline introduce airline. What pusher is that? Show of power. You are supposed to serve the people. Into them show of power, them more power. Yeah, what is it going to bring to us? I don't subscribe there. Yeja cartels to determine how price goes around. No. But Ghana, we have a very free business market. Yes. So because of that, I mean, people just set up prices, and because people want to profiteer, they go along. Now, I'm sure the background of gossip.
Yeah.
Gossip na bakwasem. When gossip was established in 1967, Ghana Bose with the help of, I think, Norway government or something. Ghana Bose. Now we've sold all the shares of gossip. Ghana owns only about 1% of gossip.
5%.
5%. Okay. 5%, Mr. Speaker. 5%. If we government these are industrial people are making money, billions of dollars from. So the state is not able to. So we have to let it out for private people to manage. Now, this is through the medium through which you can control price. Because if government has more shares, you use it to control the price. Everybody will be rushing for gas, and then you are forced as another manufacturer to regulate, to control, to check your pricing. But what is happening? And in fact, government is rather going behind private individuals to do this so that they can milk the state. So people in government rather advise private individuals the ways and means. What by any way provide one the opportunity for them to milk the state. Why? I mean, as I'm trying there, in say I'm a Kubi, and you don't involve the stakeholders in coming out with the intended plan for it. You are not ensuring any kind of sustainability. If you want sustainability, go with the people.
Okay.
Do it with them. Let them be part of the formulation of the policy. That is the only way you can succeed. But you don't run ahead of them.
All right, Ben,
Yeah. See, come on. That's because I are who? I are some more. Katie Amont. See. Some was I saw your microphone here. Leonard Anna or a lawyer. Just because governance is a serious business. And policy formulation and also a serious business. And you need people of high IQ to analyze issues and formulate policies to solve those issues, problems. Minya, question I also be sound first. Say cement price a boy kosra, dear ne money kosro. As a policy person, dear ne money kosro. Is it because say adwadifoɔ no boapayo ɛna ɔmo tum sɛ boapayo ɛna ɔmo di tum a yɛwɔ ho mmra ɛne nhyehyɛeɛ a yɛwɔ hɔ. Is it because of say ɔmo dwumadi ɔmo di no operations no ɛboɔ no apegyam and the cost of operations no ɛkɔ so. Sɛ cost of operations kɔ so a as a policy maker no yɛwɔ nhyehyɛeɛ a yɛbɛtumi ɛde accurately the cost of operations. Is it because of say babia omo import omo raw materials free no e de ba no ne bo akosoro ho ana se bo no nkosoro ho so kra na is it because of say sika na omo dani ana omo dani ani e de cover product ne ba no raw materials ne bo no akosoro. So as a policy maker, these are things you have to ask yourself. Say, maybe you're a minister of trade and industry. And being a minister of trade and industry, we've done an extensive research. Indeed, America said, Katie Amon is not saying anything. No. He's not saying anything. Because as a minister of trade and industry, I know, say, a mobile research department, or ministry. Inti nea cement boy kosri. Question I will say will be or research department they answer and say, why are prices escalating? What are the major determinants of these escalations? So say major determinant in a then you know that yes, a bia no masheda and on peso mutuaban. Intino mututum. Inti ye home kwan sidia a bit media mo majai. Say you know. And what you can do as a state. You can even import your own cement. In other jurisdictions, they'll do it. So, uti krum hana so money boy idea. You bet to China ko import to be aba. Na beto na bofo. A bofo no so nchire say return cheap. At least something must be on it to make sure that your prices also come down. You don't go and then control the market. You have free no. We are operating a fair market, so we won't control biya. But Mr. Speaker, it's not because of
say even inject capital into it. Because I'm injecting one decision, one factory.
Yes.
Because I'm injecting capital into it. Masa, let's work on these steps.
Reducing prices. But Minya, this is not because of say boapayo. Most of these companies, say nye o man hodo no modoya. Nkayenya cement granite yesidai. It's a local companies. Within last 2 years masa ya tu nkania bom more than 100%. Ya tu nkania bom nyina nkania bo and omududu na no nyina nkania no mudidi djuma
production.
Yes, and no mudidi djuma ndi sa wotu nyina nkania bom a adentina ono onto ne cement price. The second part, these cements are sold in cities, but most of, especially gas, I'm saying, the technical guys no ebi abrofu, and omo abrofu no omo benchmark omo akatuano
in
dollars or euros.
Expatriate rate.
Yes, because so you kwasi bronyi na so ye adwuma oni mamu a de wo so oje no hanum so sa na wo so oje nti eden ya obem benchmark ne sika no in that rate o sidi no a depreciate no ebema ne sika no mo ayedu o sidi mu ene wo so otua no nti ebe koso uye no free why, which means that omo compensation and I say remuneration crown because of say o sidi depreciation no remuneration no ebe koso because they are paying them in dollar equivalent or euro equivalent ebe koso. Mr. Speaker, why you free hono no? What do you say? Most of them also import some of these raw materials from Didi Omujuma.
Also done in dollars.
Also done in dollars. Omo import done in dollars ah. Obedru porter the duties no they are benchmarked in dollars. And because of the duty the benchmark in dollar no and also ma the duties e cost. Na minia wa ma so be hwepu o ba so be make profit. Nti then obe factor into the price of cement. In this all your policy maker question obi say how why are we here or how did you get here? Da bia meka me say he minia say serious or mine. Tema is an industrial zone.
Yeah.
Takrade has an industrial zone. Anywhere your industrial zone no, instead of say one district, one factory everywhere no, we give them cheaper electricity. Because your zone area near more cheaper electricity. Make us say cheaper and just say be above fufu. But comparatively no, and no be cheaper amo omutima yomojuma yi. So all the man na say o instructor say o with electricity out ya nebo ofu nti me pese o teswa only choice because at least wa assisting in a way. Everyone ne busuya bo aye den ne nsihuni yes Mr. Speaker.
Policy rate, I think 26% or so.
I know your policy rate too.
But interest, no, I don't know.
30 something. Because reference rate is quite 38 point something.
Okay.
Until which means interest rate no 30 something pence. This interest rate 30 something percent. Na se gasem ni ekoje sabusuya no. Ese odi kodi juma. O person turn cement abofo. No, like Mr. Speaker person turn abofo.
Yeah.
The eka cry or monfa nka ho no is also car contractors edi ono. Because of somujuma di omudinti no. Obi timi baka so aban se yenko ya kwan. Aban se yenko esi, aban se yenko si dan wi. Nti wo de mame cement. O mame cement na bags do say aban tua mi ama betua wo. Because of say be a GDA or the letter of credit or the contract na betre was okay o de eje. Aban tua wo na obetua. And ultimately take years na aban tua wo. And all these things will be factored in. And all these things will be factored in. So, and because all these things are factored in, Mr. Speaker, Emma cement boy day. Wow. Inti yeti my muhai. Say yeti ana Mrs. Katie Hammond, honorable, our trade minister. You have to answer questions as a trade minister, not in position.
But also be anti-ministry. I mean, obey bill.
You see, ubeka se ubele bill no, but here this all the soldier for a book room. Because I've seen the board of directors of Kessben, and I've seen Nana Prajens, director. Oh no, kwa china na. No, oko chino. And I say bia say we say o ma monton and they look at the operations and realize that okay say we say o ma yen ton say yen ton abofo a ye beboka yen operate.
They'll be out of business.
They'll be out of business. Obedience you fee. Obedience this year of rules. Obedience your coin. Obedience you infrastructure opesosi. So we don't yenfa force and come marketing because we come obe distorting market no. And KTM is going to distort the market or be sell no crowd with this particular control mechanism. Or sell market no. Because say no and crowd na obi obe import to no oh me import ba me boka me import ma. And why import one man so be na your productive capacity no intimi supply your demand. In this productive capacity intimi supply demand we are going to do preference sales. Rollins abreso. Me say na meto no me share o se beto opa beto bia na o de cement ba kwa beto store. No de ntoma chichire ho wo be pointi a wo de brafie ne beto. Because there is going to be a shortage in terms of supply against demand.
Very well.
Wow, nti Mr. Speaker, me make say no. KTM he da bia make say ye krom ho. Our institutions they are good at report making no. To compare report. Your institutions ni nyina ministries ni nyina say ka so mon compare report and set a target for a policy. They are good at it. But to solve problem, they are zero.
But as Benjamin is here, thank you very much. Now Utie Benjamin is here and I think so citizen as well as Richard speaking to us at Opay. Now a lot is happening as well. Now Rock City there no concerns from the board chairperson indicating that there is no wrongdoing as Senate. I mean, I engage in as far as the sale and every other thing else is concerned. But meet him for 5 minutes each because we were maybe we chair. I was me yeah no so ansana ya peja ye more enti citizen mami emra again napo dia so now napo as a running mate for Dr. Alhaji Bawumia. I mean, many have said he's the obvious choice, but the personality, the candidature, and then Kwanyan say I mean, the arrangement in appointing a running mate is what is questionable. Mwaka media for there, but the substantive issues of naming a running mate for the New Patriotic Party's flag bearer. I mean, too, I guess we will do just 5 minutes each. Yeah, right.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, hey,
Couple 15 minutes.
say, oh, David. As I'm back in there, what the war party? Now, so we choose it. You're Matthew Poku Prempre. And unfortunately, reasons are what did you choosing? Me who there? One of my was we choosing. But the baby cherry paragraph, but she don't.
Yeah, what's the name?
As you can say on authority. And I bet my banjo.
But it's a miracle. So paragraph is a bit far from the vice president.
Miracle is the campaign.
Oh, sir, I know his miracle can be doing. You know, it's coming directly from the office of the vice president, the flag bearer. So he might want to manage some of these things. But America in there say we choose to know, say we won't choose to know. Or wa sama. I mean, bomb the me manka won't choose him.
Okay.
Me manka because you see, it's much ado about nothing. Nothing is going to save them. Nothing. The only thing that could have saved them, they missed it. And that was taking steps to right the wrongs earlier. So it's like anything that they do now will be seen as just an election gimmick. For the first time in our history of Ghana for a casa, any politician speaking or say, the man or casa. Why? Because somebody has come to entrench that thing that politicians are lies. We saw a president who mounted a podium to talk to Ghanaians, fellow Ghanaians. There will be no haircut. I did change, Mr. Speaker, one more back bush, Sakura, left, right, center. We saw a government, a whole minister of finance and his deputy telling us, young IMF in debt, young IMF for China. It wasn't even in history. Men can't even what they said in opposition. I'm talking about what they said when they still have power. At the channel, they are telling us there they are better managers of the economy and the IMF. IMF now was one corner. They were two ones sabrani. They had a staff level agreement on record time. The people who said they are moving us from taxation to production. We still have COVID-19 levy. He levy now. What did my yana was in then? Kamanga sa me is scale free my account me that to me mobile wallet man. Me if mobile wallet ma ko my bank I want him and then what to? And we are experiencing these things. The same people who use energy issues. What the year I'm on your sem. They politicize it. And then, why breed was mama and politicize? They be a maker there. And the former president Atamos. Now, Kufo. GTV, the state broadcasting. Now, they be a one news. Watch the water levels of Akosombo. Say ye from America Ghana. In the news, GTV, they be a way the water levels of Akosombo Dam. My Ghana for your Bombay. Then soon talk. Na nsunkwa dam num obi be na obey a crisis no say ye over dependent on hydro, let's shift on ye kwotema when agency wo also one year trouble gas on ka phase 1 of the trouble gas was saving Ghana $300 million. So that time ya dia man yosam ende yaso mama yan kan wasam na ye dum say ne dan kofu bebre dosum kamu kro wi ne ba ho. So my issue is that the things that you are supposed to do when we elect you to power, no, you are not doing it. All you are thinking about is your partisan interest. You are talking about people not based on competency. Then it can be there. You see, Ochinanku in a yimpana woyin as a vice presidential candidate. It is possible he can become a president. Former President Mahama, he was a vice president. But he became a president. But Dr. Maakye Kubi want to accept to be the mate of a mate. Okay.
Thank you. Richard, my chair on this now.
Kawembo de ka. Ahumbo inyambo se kamekabi because Maakye Kubi checking the track record. He doesn't have any good track record. Now, I don't want to make any comment on something that doesn't exist because the spokesperson of the vice president, no, Miracle, no, and the campaign team, no, Miracle chair say no correct. Now say ekobase no cra. Now just a Miracle no so you kontomponi. Now I will not be too much surprised because the boss now di ne chino a osuan na muntuo no a wo ye the vice president. And we're the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party NPP. No, his track record, lies. Nkontompo ni adie bakwa o hwehwe Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia udbe hunu. Sa o hwehwe ba bia no wa hunu obo nkontompo abo hunu. Even uko web club na ubo a obo hunu. Enti no, I'm not too much surprised. Enti me mpese me kam na pon asem because Miracle say na podie yembo ni din vice president no embo ni din no kure bia nim.
Okay.
Na po yayi no vice president Fagbera omo mienu nyina odo omo boma omo de Ghana ko he. Where are they taking Ghana to? Because Napo, as we speak, is the current energy minister we are having energy issues. He is not able to face it. He's rather playing lies with it. What the Nkontompo and a share ministry now share on Nkontompo no de share who. Ibusan say, Mr. Minister, dum so naba, may be a chum because of this same crisis. I'm for obinum my timetable and me the manage crisis no. What are you saying? What's it be my? Now when they doom they say up to now, you dasu dum light organ has into technical issue be pan into years solve. I am solving we and what come there soon at the chen. Now we all know that the track record of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has to do with lies, has to do with incompetent, great incompetent. Wabong. And again, one dance say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was a theoretical economist. He's not a practical economist. Esan say, yet he no be catch on authority say dollar no e ade bia eni ade baako a Dr. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo it is selected to become the running mate. But by then no, the dollar was to cedi was around 3 cedi 80 pesos. And then dollar to cedi and I'm 15.6, 15.7. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the head of the economic management team. By so measurement, we're fairly an hour pass it. So we're fairly portfolio there, not just we're bone, they make an yampa. And yet, me for Ghana, say the sole mandate this show as a vice president, be the head of the economic management team, be the chairman of Ghana economy. Now say the economy is in tatesa. How will you describe such a person? Because we are born. And see, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wa bon when Timan pass Juma Akufo-Addo de share nsa ofeli poto afenso no yenim say as we speak there is a lot of galamsey a ekoso oman mu oman Timan face the galamsey issue ko cheche tracks ewi ase ko share no they couldn't use their brain to help manage the situation. So what is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Napo coming to do for Ghana? They cannot do anything for Ghana, anything better, because they can't even account for the money they have borrowed, the overwhelming money they have borrowed. They can't even pinpoint what they have used the money for. They have chopped, they have shared the money among themselves. Apart from that, they are also looting state properties. When you go to cantonments, you go to the airport, you will see that they are sharing state properties, they are sharing state lands. So what is new that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is bringing to Ghana? He is the current vice president. When the president travel, he is the sitting president. What is he going to do, and what has he been doing with that mandate that has been given to him? And now Oko Street is what a coin as say Domebra constituency. It is one of the constituency President Akufo-Addo ni Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia omo guo ni masepa. Esan say 1 inch kilometer road, 1 inch. Minya enyasa meka menu. Me say 1 inch kilometer road, inch say inch kilometer road. Omo ntima fa biamba a whole constituency o. Na me busa say those people residing in the constituency, do they pay tax to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia? If they pay tax, then they should bow their head to shame.
But as a Richard, Ben, my mean to kakra on this now. Madam for right?
Madam for dear. My who say Biso a royal or Biso a day. They say it's a royal. You see? Okay. Omai amam amanyosem. Political leadership, is not ascribed. It's an achieved form of leadership. So a royal by blood is ascribed. With my bayo hinewa santimamu. But Ghana dear. And yet royal lady ye omampanye Ghana. Here o modern bo. Even though me say do na be amampanye fo a o ma modern. Enyo modern bo na de on buy. Bia babi o mu free. Ene kasa o mo kan ene sumo mo so me de on buy. And I think those pushing for NAPO are persons are omondre modern boho and our competence. NAPO as an education minister, Minia, all international reports on our education went against us. All international. Oh, in 2022, I think 2022 or 2020, UNICEF published a education report to Krumah. At that time, NAPO in 2017, 18, 19, 20, there were over 1 million Ghanaian children are not Mungo school. They were delinquents on them streets. So, as an education minister, he couldn't solve it. At the same time, in that era, NAPO as a minister, right, there were a lot of issues with respect to funding of our education in Ghana here. At that time, the education sector, now budget allocation was less than 25% to education ministry. We and the free ones who are in terms of distribution of the budget allocation to the educational sector, no, no free SHS no afa ninyina. So poor infrastructure in our education system, which even exists up to date as a minister. And in that time, I know a minister, no, the World Bank, World Bank, a report too said the next 18 years from 2019, Ghana's human capital index was going to reduce by about 56%. And your opposite now World Bank person at that time they say in the next 18 years after time on publishes our report no Ghana ye woman suano and I am be produce your mono san kra no moko free SHS any whatever education and na post supervisor no you be produce your mono omo 18 years time they will be unproductive to the development of this country. And we are seeing them. There was no innovation whatsoever in our education sector. The time I yet say curriculum bepe textbooks nkran still on sankai ana o sankai say
no, to the best of my knowledge they that
right. The time I as education minister because of politics o jama infrastructure essay e wuram kwa the of politics say honomwa minua me time baby me ko tamale secondary na ye kana bakwasem kire baby na tamale secondary she any baby atamale krum ni shem no na manfo 93 wa speaker Bagwin abambagwin on 93 wa any ba tamale secondary people walked or kind of story Maakye Kapia or man be kind of story in the early 60s or mobile tamale secondary omo tamamuniema omo kwa muduru kruweswa na we mo asan na ohene foforo ayi bodyguards edi adi nkronachi omo di free wa ebi free kalio ebi free nandom ene nante ba tamale secondary enya ne aka abui na yakosi dan say utilize the infrastructure for educational purposes na waka say esi wuram ntie ma akram ko nti dan no ase yagukwa as education minister minia oba energy still no innovation. Oba energy and as it was say a store, more indicators. As it was say a store, to a refining 980,000 barrels.
That's about 4 minutes now. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's here. As it was say a refining about 980,000 barrels of product. Now, Pobeye, Minister of Energy, in the last 4 years, store and refine a single product. Under him, he has almost about 4 leaders at all. Obia mo number, Obia factory, Zambia maho. And Napo as a Minister of Energy. Okay, se nanka ye ton GMPC Jubilee Holdings. Ye ton is kabi 1 point something billion dollars money be ye dede okroma. Ena CSOs TIA ena ansana ostopos adeno. Ne amino ka say GMPC performance in terms of crude production in Ghana and Napo is what more than 30 something percent as a Minister of Energy. He has not brought any innovation in our upstream. Ne, when they take PIAC report, your crude production is what more than 30% under Napo. Under Napo, ne aminu kase under Napo, the energy sector has not seen innovation, any innovation I bet me ama electricity board eswati. And because of that, the recent published what we call a energy transition index.
Yeah.
Some say the recently published energy transition index. And say Ghana, you are only 51.5% below the world average. Below Commonwealth average. The only place it be sub-Saharan average. Because Ajamal Numuni Burkina Numina County, the average in Boma, you perform. But Commonwealth, you BT Commonwealth average. You BT a world average. Because there's no innovation. Our electricity is still expensive. And we've not shifted, or we are not even transition ready. Yanko solar, baby. So, in terms of competence, this gentleman has not brought anything new. He beat me, Ediaman reanimate. And this is because of Munyin reanimate. Be a reanimate because Oya Santini. You reanimate because Oya almost a royal. Which I even debunked that Ghana is not ascribed, or leadership is not ascribed. It's an achieved thing. But send the minimum voters and send the amount for dream. Be a because of say Oya Santini. Then yes, in terms of competence, this gentleman has no competence to be a running mate of the particular republic. But me, I can't say by you any choice. Because I'm not even competent to run. Because the first thing in terms of competence for me to hear, as any of them campaigning, is that the issue of unemployment, it is becoming an albatross to the security of this country. No one is even addressing it properly. The issue of inequality, Kromha, social injustice, Kromha, Mr. Speaker, no one is addressing the issue of social inequality, educational inequality, income inequality, gender inequality, disability inequality. Who are addressing Kromha. No one is even talking about it. For me to waste my time to go and vote for you. Yet Kromha, no one is talking about poverty, multidimensional. Income, whatever poverty, no one is talking about it, but it is real in Ghana here.
Very well.
So, choice in Ayeni, yen for Mubiamra, no me waste your resources. Nenyi nentina musa.
I don't know, Mammy. Now I was having as a 10 after that. Stay with me now. Me wajuma ba ku wachira yabe. Mami try me hona yenya bua for nkratwe mre ba. Yede no ebe to aso. Yaba se ya.
Levels don't change. Freshness ne kunsano. Bema, me huama mania je. Hey, sena unemployment. Ema ye hunu bema o.
Aze, orukodo. Nche me mo top up no Kessben University College o. Ma ona my internship at school ne de ma mwenti. Manya highly practical working experience. Papa wa buam for a great job placement. Mataya. Juma.
Kessben University College dear. Some say for the best tertiary education. Look no further. Choose KUC. Say Kradia. Yasis Samukra. Aside our main campus, a walk continency off Lake Bosomitri Road, ya sounds to the ultra modern city campus with state-of-the-art facilities. Abe come Yes, city campus, a wa a doom kumase. Na enona ama part-time. Any weekend school addition at the aya kono keke.
Wow, Kessben University College aya accessible, affordable, and incredible. Inti CCRD, irrespective of your work schedule. Iribwejuman na insiaze.
Kessben University College admits students into their various degree, diploma, and certificate programs. BSc Business Administration with options in accounting, banking and finance, marketing, human resource management, BSc Information and Communication Technology, Diploma in Business Administration, Diploma in Information Technology, Diploma in Media and Communication, Sawukra Wasi, Ana SSC, aggregate 30 or better. Who bet me apply? Your top up programs who are the HND, any diploma holders. Once 1 year bro 25 years, who bet me apply as a mature student. Now ya this young man so dear, you want regular, part-time, and a weekend school. Kessben University College, affiliated to Kwame Appiah University of Science and Technology, and to KNUST certificate, and one year dema war, the National Accreditation Board, so at GNATUM. Application forms for admission may be obtained from the following places at 50 50 Ghana cedis for Ghanaian applicants and $50 for foreign applicants. KUC Main Campus, Kontenase. KUC City Campus, Adum Kumase. Anase multi-credits in Krobatabia and Ghana Fana Babia. You can also download the application form from our website, kc.edu.gh. For further information, call us 0501 637383 and now say 0264 170475. Kessben University College.
Education for development.
Obi na invite me say wedding. Na me bedroom hey. Me share man for dressing. There's more room for improvement. Me say Messi afa me ho me gina. Mr. Ultimate mo. Me nya kire wo say wo wura Ultimate Fashions mo. Refrigerando, Kenneth Cole, Max Fendi, Perry Jacob, and member chefs papa bi. Italian shoes, slippers, sandals, khaki, material trousers, office wear. Enye na wo. Enye member nko a wo. E ma die wo. E man yo ma ye shako wedding, party, engagement. Brands from across the world. Ellen Trace, Adriana Papel, Jones New York, Tehari, Casper. Any baby keka ho se mo hia mo ho sa na se mo da na di sa no a mo nda na di spectacularly said ye be ya enkrofo be hu se oh wodro no edimu wedding gown kolanta de ni nyina wo Ultimate Fashion o mapa wedding no odi eti come ba me ho.
I like your dressing.
Me da say
Abrantie, why you do?
Oh hey
why for na bala ben?
Oh debi edum here Kumasi Ultimate Fashions Prisons Runabout Cra opposite UTC. Ultimate Fashion. Beauty is our style.
Have you ever missed out any of your favorite radio or TV show on media? Worry no more. You can now enjoy our programs 365 days just by the power of your phone and the internet. Now you can listen, watch all Kessben Media shows live on KessbenOnline.com. Kessben Online app can be downloaded on the Play Store or the App Store. All you do, go to your App Store or the Play Store, search for media, tap on the Kessben Media app, yellow and blue K, download our app. Take us with you everywhere you go. Simply enter Kessben Media at every corner that you find yourself. Kessben Media. Sedankwa.
Ajuma efwe, me mama juma na mu business te saying.
Me business kwa na ekofo.
So wan ko multi credit.
Dabi, ma ko multi credit.
Tuma kwaje bosia mana ya me ka o. Me twa susu se me de kwa kotua, me kwaya. Kredo befo a de office no mu chese o mu de misika na twane o. So wan ko multi credit. Ane, man ko multi credit.
Nyoma abegu port. Ma ya me nya sika nkoyi. Deadline na twam ama abide ne to nyoma yi so. Sheka amabo.
So wan ko multi credit.
No credit. Man ko multi credit.
Ajadi phobia so ding. Some ko multi credit ya. Enka nya to mu nyina entom. Me betre mu ne multi credit to me. When you have a good pot, now when you account to multi credit to another bomb man, yeah, will be union amount. Say for 20 days to 20 days snatching, you will be a bomb busia.
And no been a jedi for him, ya, and then it's to na bomb mabino, canino, then it's to and why she him, then so then who bomb multi credit, and ye ke jedi for, or no so friend who jedi for him.
Multi credit. Where bank adwuma bia savings, current accounts, Vigo, MoneyGram, eSwitch, and MTN mobile money. Bank of Ghana multi credit to me credit and when you know Ghana be bia be kobia. Fresh 3220-37418. Someone come multi. Na ye ni muntra.
Hey, I didn't take some baby. I say, what your papa, how I read. I'm coming back. The best now we are coming. What if I want to pay office all back home. Else me son or pay you and you mad. And cross 7 let's go. 2 minutes, man. No, 2 minutes. No, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, man. Oh, come here.
I refer dear Naba, a dear Kwana Bano Paya, or Betium, Bemetium, now come you no come a dear, Obekunkumu, Nanso Beto Bawe, no way Namhana, way Namha, a dear some Nesifiha. Wait till Namakacha must say, through Memenda, and Opa, a bonon song, a cobonon chrono, for radio no fatok 92.9 FM, Metre 7 to 9 AM. Let's see me or Menema pound for Nian Checham, our real munsum, and in Niema, a befia, a dimu, Shiami O'Reilly, ewa Kessben 2.9 FM. Na yenye na yembom na yenjinjin ifio ensem.
Yo Ghana, Kessben sikakukuna payo apai. Showudie, a Kessben Cash Pot. Onwe Kessben 92.9 FM. Adjunawunti. What's it? Now what to be? What showsika? I assemble 50,000 Ghana cedis. Wedie, a tienedi. So pese, would this has come away? And yeah, foul phone, not daily. *256 *2. So we are. No one to see number 2. Kessben FM. Accra. Selective draw. Upesa wucha. Kayo. National to say drop ya. And your 5 Ghana cities. And Pendudua. We don't want to draw women. And more Quenya. Emma Winya Kessben. Kukuni Musi Kanibi. Wait ye. And your dear Nedi Keke. Daily. *256 *2 hash. Nedi Shishainasu. Kessben Passport. Misume Dibi. Kessben Passport is licensed and regulated by NLE. Kessben 92 FM. Asidan Kwa.
This is 92.9. The radio station. The radio station. 9. The radio station. The radio station you listen to.
Kessben 92.9. Asidan Kwa.
Check your time, it's 25 of tonight. There is a very good exercise coming up. And we need to definitely be a part of this. Inclining a mountain. Under the auspices of the Gamanche, there is going to be a massive cleanup exercise because of in the Greater Accra. And perhaps there is a bad person. I shall pay me that so that many penny for one more College Lotte Assembly Nemo EBD and Komo. Na Afe ya shese a quite bench on your bet me a fa. Ya be make sure say yem patem no ye di honi. Right beda say mama sa Edward Okai ono environmental health officer at the College Lotte Municipal Assembly. I'm Maakye very well. Now, my mama, me Rosemary, so action. Obapa, good morning.
Good morning.
Very well. I know pay me that was a pass and one join here. Now, you didn't say Gamanche the initiative to say, but now as I say, you know, your dear home a gym. And see, my me and chassis now, College Lotte dear. I think it's a hanging home. Baby, away now, right? Baby, your name I was central boss here.
I was maybe I'm away.
AM, oh, okay, I see. Boundaries in our video. And the best started with Uncle Edward. Now, Yasha say Eddie and Komo said in the past few days, and Yenya announcement, and they said BBI to say, Ember, there ought to be a cleanup exercise as part of a year homo. Festivity eba na yetimi eklini ya mpatemu maminti o Uncle Edward na jumedie na nkasa ne botaye ne fapem de nti a yetu asu ho se ye be yesa de no yenni ho nkomo kakra na etifo nso nti ase
yo me da se mi chichi etifo so ense the what do you call it?
Okay. All right. Mami Rosemary. Obapa Maakye. Yes, and Pomboko there. And Mami Rosemary, environmental health analyst, right?
Yeah.
With the regional coordinating council.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mami Shasie as a coordinating council, together with Gamanche and the assemblies, what this particular initiative, what it means to every citizen of war and crime, and an important.
Okay, yada mwase se ene mwaje yen wa ha mwama yen abese be kasa akire amanfo mo nkran manti mu ha si ye be hwe a efi yen kura asimu no si ye be ye bia efe no communal labor ahemfo ene efe communal labor.
Okay.
Ahemfo na efe communal ahemfo be free na yen tankers for ene ye free environmental health officers na ye di enim na yaye inti sesi Accra aye cosmopolitan je say afrafra enye yentimi gata Accra ye krasi debi inti se sesi Gamanche atena we hu se ntina ne potemu aye fini wafra enye ade fufuru bia ade ananamo ye ene oye inti yeni age se ono ankasa waba se opese odi enim ohin mu ante se ono audi nim say ye be see nkran man nti yen wo regional coordinating council ye ni age pa say if you hin ene ne chidifo ne na hema mu asafofo nyina edimiti ade aye ni age yesu ya so maye say ye mani edimu
enti ne potai ni nyina no ene say ye be clean ye mpatem
eno ano no
ya fe say ahonidie ho nsem no
ebetimi akoni ye environment eno ana ye ade dada ba ti si ana hemfo na edi nim na ye de ye
dabe na motu asi wo say ye betimi ahase
Danny de ye be chance nyame aduma on the 6th year
on the 6th of July
2nd of July Memenda.
Okay.
Sorry, Branda. Memenda is Saturday, right?
Yes.
Branda.
So Tuesday.
Tuesday never chance. You chance if free. Yes, start if gamashi. Inti you start if free in crying. Ho no no. Ho na you be share asie. Inti mebo dates na akano amamu.
Okay.
Inti you be share asie Tuesday 2nd July 2024 in the year of our Lord. You be start if same pay gbese abola. Asere Dogo Beach ni nyina ye Tuesday no ye be yes I honu nyina
okay
na afi Wednesday ye 3rd July ye be ye Otublohun Akumanjan English June 4th market ye be Timber market ye be ye honu nyina ye Tuesday Wednesday 3rd July na Thursday 9th July ye be ye Aveno circle interchange he nyina be am we mu area he nyina mo ye 9th July nyame ya adoma
9th July
9th July na afi ya sanko the following week aye Wednesday 10th July inti 3rd July we call graphic road maybe a graphic war a club beer a crab brewery ho ye be ho num nyina 10th July na Friday 2nd July yakọ choko na mamprobi inti ye be wie this one segment no on the 13th Saturday July ye be central ye be Accra Makola ho central CBD market ho to do ho num nyina CBD ho ye be 13th July na ye Kolegon no na Kolebu inti eno ne ye wie sa face inti ye start 2nd na ye wie 13th July
Mama Angleda mama nti o kakra wo wen so hon
ense ye beto aso a Kolekro ti areas no ye said they be for Diamond House Batema station no ye be juma hockey pitch around the hockey pitch and inside Tema station Ghana Health Services and a registrar general area on the 5th of July and ye be ho and we are on the 6th no the same day no ye be juma or ministries and National Leasing Park and also and on the same day no also no on the 5th no ye be at also ye be same thing or lotteries National Lotteries ni art center until on the 6th no ye be to also aye Oxford Street Ewusu and your friend is saying your friend saying Castle Eclipse that is Usu Castle hodo ye ba kusisi ho nyina ne dwuma titiri ebe ye no ye be yigate mu ye be pra ne asinra na ya convene the refuse to the final disposal so these are activities na maybe ebe ye on that bed grade and on the 13th no ye be ye friends CMB any Abuja hono on the 13th ye be ye hono
and when no the main focus no and it's I mean, you bring some level of environmental, is safe, especially in the rainy season. Ensure to toy. Now, days are more portioning in I mean, a composed research so be one can have be added in Hojimu and you better to shops more and arrangement, saying a BCA fire.
You hear that say, days here, I bono. You be bohu de who actually be a wow shop. Enye bia shop na enye hospital ana enye bank ana enye lorry station e was yetum na wankasa no u ka ye ho na yesi ho so we adwuma bank ra bank phone ye be stress ebe mu be ka ye ho ebe mu gisika na ebe mu so aba be ka ye ho na yaye yesi impede because government ankasa be si nti se wa landlord siesi ni fie na we tenant na wo ho na obetena ho a ene de inti ye nyina ye mboa bebia tetem bia du bia wo ho no ona we adwuma wo ho no fa ho hyem ye be bode hura amamo ye mba without say ye be catch bibia akyerem ye be start no past 6 na nyame adon by 12 ye 12 ye wi a biwo be bia obetimi aye
I don't know yet baby amobeko bia start no past 6
na ye 12 na ye wi inti bebe ko bia adwuma bia anye gise essential services na ya abobo no na mo amoti ho no mo meka ye ho na ye nyema ne nyefe
Uncle eba no Kolekro tensu a sa na mode ene tie
sa pepepe te no kan ya adwuma no bibi wo ho a ye tu manye yi enti omo no ne ye kan se munye mu adwuma ba mo ma ye nkrofo a o mekan ho mi aye adwuma no se bi o na mu ye adwuma ye ntumi emesisi ho de bia ema mo ye sisi ye se mo mekan ho ne nyina ye nye se ba se mo mana mu shi ho de a enya de e be so ya nso insem size
no na can be bisa no say I mean no dim say enkran no a capital city a lot of activities and a cost wa ha the ubo no e bia be ko but ebu ho a wonte so ho na wasori anopa wa baby any shop say oye especially wo mo e wo makola to do enclaves ne mo nyina e dey ba even be do circle ha ne ade ne nyina no I mean saying and say no mo ye na nkasa more movie to lorry station any one more kasa am obia ti ase de kodi enti esese edane dru a wode ne ho eba behim
me paucho Makola Queen Mothers ya engage da ye lunch last week Friday no market queens no ebi mu baaye minim se amem mu na mokra mo wo ho nti wo hwe movie be hu market queens nyina ya engage o ma ba RCC me ni o ma tenase ama ya ma o mu ehu say ye be say ye we nyina ye o mu interest nti se wahwa some of the days no mo apo no mo propose na ebe o bi o meka say o day we enye maye we na ye man because CBD ye consult o mo pa Makola ho no de o mo ba RCC ye no o mo tenase e na o mo a mo kire ye nse ni ebe na ye nti ya mfa ye pe and to date ni bibia ye consult o mo GPR to you for so ya consult o mo nyina o mo ye stakeholders any o mo na ye odwuma ni market women ye ni o mo na wo nti leaders ni ya web after that so no van be call round aya announcement but unim say bibia baby anya de betimi anya 100% nipa na ye ba ye be say obi ehu say komina cleaning na ye be ye campaign ye by law e wo ho inti se wonim po na se dani do ne e ba ye be kan men nya ne chinchini gidigidi say wonim inti debi nya sa emra wo ho ebetimi because ignorance of the law is not an excuse inti ye pamucho yes rem ye be say ye mane ye fe ye mpese ye di samo be shim nti yenye na enye in a cordial way and I extra manfo.
Now challenges been come so far. I mean since the time I'm launches idea na why monso na more strategic partners are money or more kabom edijumedi to say.
Oh your partners die Maakye na ono start or buy ye nyina ye ministries ye di omudi ago Ministry of Water and Sanitation, local government ministry, Ministry of Environment. This plus local government, Ministry of Environment, and RCC na ye Zoom Lion a reliable partner. Waste management services. Ono all boy and pan the workers any tools near the inti. As for partnership, the yenya by here the ordinary Ghanaian. So reading who be shame. Ya bomb we be mighty be mba onim say ye gusu body ru some be banti. Those are the partners that we have, and everybody in the city of Accra is our stakeholder. And mo be yin hu film.
Very well. And mo hear some level of support and obi person contribute be nsuo shovel prayer ni ade say wo de beboa mo are the doors open and we no gaman chafa ho kan nyina ne RCC nti mo hia mo bi en
ye hia mo government dey only the government dey bia government o hia sika nti be sere mo so wo ho a wo pesa o chen bi obetimi dey aba RCC ho and ada no so aye so ye ba ompate mo dey wo ho no obetimi dey aba ne dey aka ho nsuo dey be hia ye mpa because we are ye it's a big cleanup security services Ministry of Interior crack in the security services for nyina be police for immigration fire for nyina eba into be pamucho so we nsuo na no betimi dey aba RCC and ada be do potem no betimi dey amaye na ye nyina ya nom na ye fe
me da say uncle Edward do be ka twa to na ye fancy
ye be stress obia emfa no hu njim se no di kankan ye no fiera nankasakra atiesim so clean now your tenant na TV refie na wo fie rade ne yere prepare fie na tenant ni no o se wo pre bi na betre o betre fie ho a na say etoji wara ye kan se fie rade atiesim o to bia emfa no hunjim
but I say Aunt Rosemary mpasho de obeka dia chato na
me say we so kan na ye landlord ye landowner ninga ankasa His Royal Highness with OCAC and thing in the Niche my yas uncola yason yedin.
More numbers be a model to join so be person friend more.
Okay, yeah, the numbers be mau na ya wa announce ya my.
Very well. May I say Aunt Rosemary and Uncle Edward. Thank you very much. I'm seeing my fan Kobono and see her. Abisha Mamina was saying, na quick one before I make no. I think sir, Nawatri has been a very tough one for the New Patriotic Party. I hope sir Nawatri aye babesi mono enkosa. Now Andrew, I've seen a lot of posts chairman Odeno Kwame Appiah aye. Sir open running mate enye KJT adwomfo ma. Now it is just an unfortunate comment. A person of his status, Obi Ananko, regional chairman of the party in the Ashanti region, Etimi Emeki, in a Facebook post. Quite an unfortunate one. Now, I don't do me any bajuada and no home komo ani ebedi. Because ebia NPP for no mure fi mo ho. Say a KJT afo man one e kosan lie e koto ba e de mam. Enti in every decision a party no ebe take no. They must have swore or voice any of views must be heard. As a leader, Nanka who seek his regional chairman, this is not how to talk. Okay? Womuma no I work KJT until we bebu womwenim tia, but we are no asa kosa mana was wometu abamfama NPP. The disrespect of it. But he can't be brave because a juada yeba is his anyama wenina is because of Napope running mate. Medikaka, Dr. Bawumia be decisive, I want you decisive. Because we share the endra from Wednesday and Najua see abedru nra abesi anopeya eye so shameful. Anopeya ma media for there how I yes to this so low, you standing low. Ma politicians said you are more strategies. Influencing media no left, right, center. Obia can the end there without verification from anywhere. It is just an unfortunate event. I hope say in the coming days, NCBM. But you see, the point is that there are a whole lot of contradictions. And then we see at the Amanapo, at the HIS or Debbie Napo cry young money, the young fan and cultural man penny cry. The double standards, the inconsistencies are problematic. I do not want to believe, sir, Napo betime tuya media houses say what Ghana and say yem projecting. Until on Wednesday night, and your man course who basi Thursday. Before a miracle abuajiba bekasa, you see, there were two implications. Say indeed, and your daughter Bawumia in a camp, no, and woman nim one more dream say one more selecting Napo, but one more person one more testing waters. And who the response in the views, the aspirations of the people. Okay? Anyhow, I euphoria no ebesia continue one more testing waters. Then I'll be very, very highly disappointed. Baby, Napo pushing who could do. Say a strategy to ensure so you be the at all costs. You see, you would we are bebre. And you can be truthful to yourself. From Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, I would deem back up. I'm telling you sincerely, apart from the hardcore NPP members who were happy, no objective opinion was saying anything good about that announcement by. Suppose announcement by. Okay, you have your majority leader telling you say decisions be uncourse, sir. Yet more mayati as yes bibisa akoso. Say no crazy ye napo and a miracle abuajin say ye napo. Vice President Nyeshi. Now later on, it turns out to be true say ye napo nsua. The inconsistency in Toronto. Ye did to Bawumia and this is for propagating and the to Bawumia na still muntiminkion. Then it means because NSA, Adichia say, the issue of credibility is at question. And I know beyond the bear as a question than Dr. Bawumia and Napo himself. Baby, I want more push you on could do. Now I know say your bum there. We'll deal with it. Me need the Kwame Appiah Kubi. Me the West. Me carry be. Me the your boss to say at least ye ni mo na ballot papers. Eti ye kada muti ya muamasem. Monti ya. Ya kan ye diary. Good morning. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.